like our like lack of professionalism. Like we're recording right now. We're just talking about how we're gonna set up the next video.
Oh, are we recording right
Yeah,
now? I told you
recording.
to hold on. Oh well, okay, guys. Well,
Hello.
Matt, what have you seen lately? Anything good,
Anything good?
or anything new, or anything new to you?
So many good movies, actually. I freaking went
Yeah,
on.
it's been months since we freaking done this, so I'm sure
Oh
you
my
got a
god,
stack,
dude. I've been like every time I watch like a good movie, I'm like, I can't wait to talk about this on the podcast. Cause
right? And well, then you end up with a long list, and then you gotta purge the shit out of that list.
I know. So I'll just hit some of the highlights. We obviously we had Barbenheimer come through here, and that was really. I mean, I watched both movies, dude. The memes were really what sold me, to be honest. And then I
Did you
enjoyed
say Barbenheimer?
Barbenheimer, the Barbie movie, and Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
The thing that broke the box office, I guess. Like both really good movies. I like.
I haven't seen either, by the way.
Mhm. Oh, I won't ruin anything, but they're
No, no,
both
no.
really good.
Go ahead. And I don't care. I don't know if the audience does, but
We'll keep it vague. I won't spoil
warning,
anything.
guys.
No, I won't spoil anything, but they are good movies, and like I like biopics to an extent. Like I'm like, oh, this is kind of Oscar baity, but I really enjoy this. Christopher Nolan is the fucking man, dude. I don't think he's ever missed with me. And even with Tenet, I really liked Tenet, dude. I like all of like I've really enjoyed all of Christopher Nolan's movies. This one's definitely top tier, dude. Robert Downey Jr.'s in it, and he looks like Jeremy Irons in this movie, and Killian Murphy just kills it as an actor. The effects, uh, Matt Damon in there, star-studded cast, really, and not even all of them play big roles, but you're just like constantly like, oh wow, you're gonna get a performance out of this. Really good.
Nice.
Josh Hartnett comes back, really like to see him. Um, then the Barbie movie, I thought it was a pretty solid comedy. Had some social commentary involved. I think that mostly it's like I think the YouTuber like Shoe on Head said like this is like a Rorschach painting of whatever you want it to be in your social commentary.
Hmm.
I think that's pretty accurate. It definitely kind of fits whatever you kind of view it as. So I mean, it worked for me. I really enjoyed that movie. It was so funny. Ryan Gosling kind of steals the show a bit, but uh, Margot Robbie's also just does some really solid acting in there too. Just really good, solid comedy. Um, anyway, that
That's pretty cool.
I'll take a pause there. What have you
Oh,
got?
that's okay. I'm just trying to go through some of the things. I don't even remember this, but I have it written down. Evil Genius: The True Story of America's Most Diabolical Bank Heist. Can't remember it. I wrote it down though. Must have been good enough.
Must have been good. Not very memorable movie.
Well, I can't, I don't know why I can't seem to remember. I just watch so much true crime and stuff. A lot of it just like blends
Lens,
in my
yeah.
mind, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
But
can see that.
I don't know.
So that's a true
Um,
true crime like documentary, or is it like a
yeah,
biopic?
it's a bank heist thing.
Oh, okay.
I think if I recall correctly, it was like I think a dude had like a bomb around his neck.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like a whole bunch of crazy shit like that. Like it was unique. I just can't quite
Interesting.
remember all of it, but definitely probably check that. Could be fun. I did see Cocaine Bear.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was I was yeah. I thought Rubber was a better movie. Like
I know that's Ray Liotta's send off, dude. That was the last movie that he appears in, and he was in Hubie Halloween before. We were just talking about him, and
yeah, that's funny. Well, I think part of the problem was it was overhyped like
yeah.
crazy. The internet is infamous for this. They overhype shit.
Hmm.
Oh, Cocaine Bear, and you watch it, it's like, oh, a cocaine bear, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't as exciting as everyone else was making me feel like it was.
Do you feel
You
like
know,
if it wasn't so hyped and you just kind of happened upon a silly movie called Cocaine Bear, you would have enjoyed it more?
I think I would have enjoyed it more not having such high expectations for it. I mean,
Yeah.
they even had that one dude from like TikTok or whatever that does those. Uh, I can't even remember what they are. I can't even remember what his name is. The dude with the mustache that's usually like ripping on like usually pretend like protecting customer service workers with or retail workers and stuff like that with against bullshit from other people. I don't know. It sounds terrible describing a TikTok. Just whatever. Point is, it was kind of hyped up,
That guy
and it
sounds
was
like a real person, a real TikToker. I'm sure he exists.
right. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I'm gonna stop rambling on that. Bupkis. Have you seen Bupkis?
I don't know what the fuck
The
that is.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's Pete Davidson's TV show. I
Oh
think it's
yeah.
on Peacock. And freaking it was fun. I swear it felt like it was really inspired by Dave. Have you seen Dave?
Yeah, I seen
Little
the
little
first.
Dicky show?
Yeah, I saw the first season of Dave.
Yeah, there's another season out. You should check it.
Yeah, is it pretty
Um
good? I wasn't super wild about the first season. Like I said,
really, I enjoyed it.
I am kind of a bitch about comedies. I'm like, This isn't very funny. This is
Oh,
so
I well that's
droll."
just there's like some dark I like a dark comedy is what I like.
Yeah, yeah.
And Little Dicky has like some moments here and there that are just like what the fuck? I think that's why I like BoJack Horseman so much,
hmm
you know.
I
But go
I
on.
have such bad standards for comedy. I mean, I'm very open about most movies. Like I will find the love and enjoyment in it, but comedies I think I'm the most like opinionated on. Like where
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, just like it.
I don't know. I would say Bupkis felt like Pete Davidson watched Dave and was like,
hmm
I can do that.
I can do that. It's like, hey,
Yeah, well, we talk about
playing
that. What did you
playing
call it?
Pete
A what
Davidson.
pick? What'd you call it? A what pick? Like a picture, like a movie
Oh, like
about
a
someone's life.
biopic.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
not to say Dave's a biopic because it's not, but like,
it's like
kind of playing a rough version of yourself in a fictional
yeah,
scenario. But it's not. It's close enough to your real life to where.
it's kind of like 8 Mile. That sense,
Yes,
more of a
actually,
comedy.
that's great. That's actually a great example. An Eminem and 8 Mile.
Yeah,
Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers.
definitely more
I
comedy oriented.
Yeah, Bupkis. I don't know. I enjoy Dave. I was surprised how good Bupkis was because I'd see the ads and the ads weren't very good for the trailers or whatever. It wasn't exactly very inspirational. Ray Romano makes like multiple appearances in it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
funny. I enjoy it because everybody loves Raymond.
yeah. I like Ray Romano. He was in something that I saw not too long ago. My brother recommended to me, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called.
That's too bad.
But it is so good. I don't know if there's going to be another season of it because I don't know if it got enough viewership. Maybe it's because it's got a forgettable name. Because I'm, it's like, but it was a really good show. But Bupkis was it's kind of based off of Pete Davidson's life. He's just like
It's like
showing.
It's Pete Davidson playing pretty much playing himself.
He's like,
You
yeah,
know,
I got a bunch of tattoos. I got I date a bunch of hot
No, he is
mothers.
playing himself in the movie. He is Pete Davidson,
Oh
but
yeah.
obviously, like, I mean, like, there's just some fucked up shit that goes on. That obviously that's not what happens in his real life, or has
hmm
unlikely to.
It's kind
Big
of like
doubts. It's the exaggerations that make real life not so seem so boring. You
it's like
know.
I feel like he did something kind of. I mean, just from the pitch of this, it kind of sounds like it's very similar to the King of Staten Island. Um,
I've actually heard it compared to with that. I haven't seen King of Staten Island.
yeah, well, it's pretty good. It had Bill Burr in it. Um,
Yeah, I've heard that. I'm a Bill Burr fan. I just haven't seen
Yeah.
Staten Island.
Well, I mean, obviously, Pete Davidson isn't a firefighter, but it's kind of like focuses on his relationship with firefighters because his dad died in
Yeah,
9/11.
his dad died in 9/11. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then, well, that's just it. Bupkis delves
delves into that a lot.
into that stuff about him and his dad. You should check out Bupkis. I'm just saying that one. I was surprised by Bupkis.
Hmm. You know,
Especially after the whole internet was simping over Pete Davidson like a year or two ago.
yeah, man, women love him,
Yeah,
men want to be
yeah.
him.
That's so funny.
um,
Um,
Speaking of shows, though, dude, really good shows. I saw The Bear. I saw season 2 of The Bear. Have you heard of that show?
I don't think so. No.
It's a really good show. It's about cooking. It's not Cocaine Bear.
I know that's the first thing that went into my mind. I thought of Cocaine Bear, Bear in the Maiden Fair, and then this like bar called the Bear, and then I just gave up on guessing
this
because
is
I realized immediately I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
no, it calls itself, like, on Hulu. It says it's a comedy drama, but I definitely feel it's more drama. But it has comedy in there. It has Jeremy Allen White, who plays Lip in Shameless, and he's a really good cook, really good chef, and he's trying to pick up the business after his brother dies. He commits suicide. Um, and you're seeing it's dude, the way that this show handles tension and its characters, it kept me on the edge of my seat. Like, it starts off kind of slow, especially in the second season. I felt it was really slow, but when it takes off, man, it's like all that setup that it had there is really paying off. And dude, dude, I say that like I cry in the scenes, but like really, I just mean I felt something and I teared up a little bit. The shit that happens with some of the characters in this, I actually cried too. I was like, that's fucking beautiful. That is a beautiful scene. Really beautiful character arc. Lot of good actors in there too. Has a They're mostly play like smaller roles. It has John Mulaney, it has John Barenthal. Well, that's two Johns. Bob
Right?
Odenkirk. Um, oh my god, I always forget her name. I always get her name mixed up with someone else's, but it has Joel McHale in it. I gotta look this up.
By the way, I think it was in one of our other videos, but that comedy that I was talking about with Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen, it's called Nice Guys.
Nice guys. Jamie Lee Curtis. Jesus, I don't know
Ah,
why I can never remember her name. I always mix it up with someone else who has a three-part name. But anyway, sorry.
right.
Nice guys, huh?
Yeah, no, I know that's so off topic. I just because of way earlier, and I just found the thing. So
I saw another movie called The Nice Guys, and it had Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling in it, and this is like one of my favorite Ryan Gosling movies.
let me see if
It's
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
You'd absolutely look it up. I'm sure you saw trailers for it, but
What's it called again? Nice Guys? The
the
Nice
the
Guys?
nice guys. It's a really good movie. It's a good buddy cop movie.
Oh, I've I've seen that.
You seen the movie?
In fact, I think I saw it pretty recently.
Oh, really? Oh
I think I watched that this summer.
wow, it's a really good movie, right? Like, it's a really works as a comedy and a little bit of that crime thriller. Like, not so much a crime
Yeah,
thriller, but
he's like a
noir.
detective or something.
Yeah, he's a private eye,
Um,
and
yeah, trying to find a girl.
yeah,
And that dude's like, I'm trying to remember what the other guy's little thing is.
yeah, he's kind of just a
What
loser.
Ryan Gosling's whole deal is. I'm trying to remember.
Well, he's a private eye.
Are they both private eyes?
I think Russell Crowe was more of like, he was just kind of like the muscle. You pay me and I'll knock some guys
Well, he
around.
also was that rogue cop that doesn't need a partner.
Yeah, but they had such great, really good chemistry and really good writing throughout the story. It was really good.
Yeah, for some reason it's not sticking in my mind as much, but I did totally watch it. I do remember enjoying it.
It was really good. I think it's super underrated as a movie. Really bums me out you can't remember it, but it is a solid
Well,
movie.
I clearly remember parts of it. I don't know.
It didn't. I feel like that movie didn't get the recognition it deserved because like it came out, you saw the trailers, you're like that might be good, and then I guess nobody went and saw it in theaters. But
Oof, that's rough.
yeah,
Well, it might have been the thing because I like like their advertising or something for it, marketing. I'm not sure. I mean, because they got Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling alone. Not
yeah.
to say you should do it just for the actors, but it clearly it's not the cast.
Hmm.
Hmm. I don't know. I think it kind of blended in. Oh, I wish I could remember this because there was this other movie I saw that's like it was like a 1980s movie that honestly was very similar in a lot of ways.
Hmm.
When we talk about like the good cop, bad cop, or like Starsky and Hutch, or like
Yeah. Well,
the other guys.
the
I
other
think it's called
guys.
the other guys. Well, this is obviously quite like that, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
It takes itself a little bit more seriously, but it's still comedic. Um,
Yeah,
but it is like more about that period piece kind of feel to it.
yeah.
Um,
No, I remember it being a decent movie, and you're probably right. It doesn't get as much recognition as it likely deserves.
Not at all. I think it actually isn't gonna have a franchise. It was supposed to have a franchise, I think, but because no, it kind of flopped. It unfairly, unjustly flopped.
Yeah.
They put the
You see
kibosh.
that Super Mario movie?
No, I haven't.
You
I
haven't seen the Super
haven't.
Mario movie?
No, I.
That's okay. I haven't seen The Little Mermaid yet or freaking Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, the
And I'm
Guardians.
like I'm like working. I'm supposed to like watch that with my family. We can only do that like once a week, so we're just kind of.
uh, James
In fact, I'll
Gunn.
I'll bring up in a little bit the movie we watched earlier this week. What are you saying?
I'd say that the new Guardians movie was really good. James Gunn hasn't missed for me yet either. He's pretty much made solid movies for me. I've enjoyed most every one that he's made. All the Guardians movies. Oh, there's some others. Oh, the new Suicide Squad. Solid.
Oh, there's a new one.
Well, it's the Suicide Squad. It was kind of like
Oh, the show. Yeah, yeah.
well, it was the movie that came out.
Wait, am I thinking? Okay, what am I thinking of? I think I was thinking of the Harley Quinn show. What are you
Harley Quinn.
talking about?
It was a movie. It came out a few years ago, but it was like you know how they had Suicide Squad with Will Smith and all them. And
Yes, I do remember that one.
they made a new one with like Idris Elba and John Cena, and Margot Robbie's still in it, but they pretty much like kind of took a whole different spin, and it's so much better, much gorier, much
Oh,
funnier.
okay.
Pete Davidson's in that for
Really?
like a solid 2 minutes.
That's hilarious. Or should I
Yeah,
say that's Bupkis?
that's Bupkis.
But
Everybody.
no, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, it was really good. Sylvester Stallone was in it. He played this King Shark. He's this big dumbass.
Oh, I'm the King Shark. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah, he's like
Man.
one of the scenes. He's like reading a book and it's upside down, and he's like, "Oh look, he's pretending to read. Read, make you smart."
That's so bad.
It was funny.
Yeah, right. Renfield. You watched Renfield,
I
right?
Yeah, I did watch Renfield.
What'd you think of Renfield?
All right, so I have a lot of mixed kind of feelings on Renfield. I like
Similar, or same, I should say.
I like the actors in it. I like Aquafina actually. I think she's pretty cool. I like what's the other guy's name? Nicholas Holt in it. He's great. He's a really good actor, I think. But really, who sells the movie and makes the movie is Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage kills as Dracula in that
Well,
movie.
who's the guy that plays Renfield?
Nicholas Holt.
Nicholas Holt, he's the same freaking. He's the guy from The Great. That's what I know him in. Have you seen The Great?
I've seen a couple episodes.
The occasionally true story of
This was
Catherine the Great.
yeah. This was that
Although
was
there's obviously some issues with that alone.
yeah.
Like Peter the Great being his dad instead of his grandpa. Like
Yeah.
if you just some things that like historically it's like you why you fuckers.
I know,
Like,
yeah. It's like you get it, you kind of
I
get the
shouldn't let
impulse to
that
do it,
bother
but
me, but and they do describe themselves as occasionally true, so I can't really
yeah.
hold them that accountable.
Yeah, I think when you're like trying to, I mean, I didn't feel like I got so much of like a comedy. They were trying to do more drama with it. I felt with
Yeah.
comedy. I think when you try and go too dramatic with it, I think when you try to do that and have its realism, I think it's like it's hard for me to stay immersed when you're not being historically accurate with it.
Yeah. Well, and you can have fun with historical fiction.
Yeah. But I think you
But
should go more over the top with it if you are.
right, if you're gonna do it, go big.
Hmm.
But he carried a lot of the great. Don't get me wrong, Eli Fanning or Elle Fanning. What do you? I don't even know how you pronounce her name.
I don't know either.
Whatever. Miss Fanning over there, freaking. They both did, carried a lot of that. But at the same time, there's like some other characters that did really good too. Whoever the hell played the priest, I
Oh
thought did a
yeah.
really good job. I'm getting off track of that though. Point is, the other Nicholas,
Yeah.
um,
Nicholas Holt. It's just the movie.
he did good in both Renfield and The Great. Is all I was trying to say.
Yeah, and
Long-windedly.
I think he's fine in the movie. I think Aquafina's fine in the movie, but it's just more. It really would be just a really mediocre action film if it wasn't for Nick Cage. Nick
Yeah,
Cage
no,
is
Nick
just
definitely. You're right. Nick did carry it. I was just saying that other Nick actually, did do a, he had his own part to play.
serviceable job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I think it could have been a much better movie, but honestly though, you watch it for Nick Cage, you're gonna get Nick Cage, dude, and he
Yeah.
isn't
If you're a Nick
overacting.
Cage fan, this is your movie.
Yeah, I've become a big Nick Cage fan. Just every movie that he's in, it's either a terrible movie or it's a really great movie. But if it's a terrible movie,
Hmm.
it's still amazing because he's just insane in it. Like,
Right. Right.
he's just become just
It's funny. I
legendary.
remember because like National Treasure was like a national treasure,
Yeah.
but the second one, it's been so long, but I swear it sucked. Like,
It probably did, but
ugh.
can't. I'd still enjoy it just watching Nicolas Cage do absurd things.
No.
That's the power of
You see
Nicolas
that,
Cage.
right? Freaking the bees.
No, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
Um,
Not the.
freaking. Have you seen that Megan with the 3M3GAN?
Oh yeah, I think Jeremy
Megan
Johns
unrated.
he calls it Mithrigan.
Regan, absolutely.
Yeah, dude, I really liked that movie to be honest. That was really so like that movie shouldn't have been as good as I think it had any right to be, like legitimately, because it had some real social commentary on it, which I really appreciated.
Dystopian.
A little dystopian. I mean, it's kind of like the cautionary tale of technology, which we have oh so much, but I mean, it is something that we're worth talking about. It's like,
And it's a more updated version of that same trope.
yeah,
Because I think this goes all the way back to when we talked about freaking small soldiers
hmm,
during the Gremlins podcast or whatever. Freaking,
yeah. This is like, what if small
it was a
soldiers
lot
became
of that.
yeah,
But it was totally just updated to where now this isn't just like a learning robot. This is the internet.
is the internet.
This is like, this thing's like smarter than a supercomputer or as smart. You know what I mean? It's hard to, I'm maybe not saying that right, but
Yeah, well, it's like
super intelligent,
it's,
on top of it, this AI with AI growing day by day.
yeah. Well, man, it's like when you think about like how technology is advancing and how kids being raised on it. it has so many benefits, but it also could be really bad for you can't substitute having good parents. This is
Well, exactly. And if people can get away with it, they will try.
yeah.
Some people, their parents are literally YouTube.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of great things that come out of YouTube. I mean,
But
granted,
not, but
a lot
parenting
of
tips
garbage.
maybe, but not parenting.
Yeah, lot of
Where
yeah, exactly.
go
Like
on,
a lot of garbage comes out on YouTube. Like Nerd Night Perspectives, dude. It's fucking all garbage.
right? Fucking trash.
We couldn't raise
More
kids
like
on
herd
here.
night perspectives. Gosh.
But yeah, dude. It does have like a really good like commentary on that, and then it has like fun gore and humor and kills in there that I thought was pretty fun. Like
Yeah, goofy stuff because it's like a robotic. It's a robot being basically an avatar of a little girl.
yeah, and it
And
plays
so you
itself.
get that whole little
Mhm.
creepy little robot girl.
Yeah, I didn't really buy into like a lot of the scariness of it that I think it was trying to go for with the horror elements, but it was enough over the top to where I could still really enjoy the movie for what it was.
The dog thing made me sad.
Pretty crazy. Yeah.
Let's see here. Freaking. I did you ever watch that third season of Witcher?
No. I'm not
No,
going to. I'm not gonna do it. Not unless
I watched it. It was all right. You know.
that second
I
season made my eyes bleed. I couldn't.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings for sure. I didn't hate it, but I can't say I was in love with it.
Well, it's like I can see how you could really enjoy that, like for its own
Look,
merits. But for
yeah,
me, seeing it and having read the books really cursed
yeah. I've only
me.
played the game.
Yeah, that reading the books first kind of cursed me into not liking it from the get go.
That's with reading any book. You're almost guaranteed to hate whatever the movie or show television adaptation's gonna
Yeah,
be.
I
But well, there's that drama with freaking. Oh God, what's the guy that plays Geralt?
oh, Henry Cavill,
Yeah, all that drama with him freaking quitting
I stand him.
and they're supposed to replace him with freaking Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, it's not.
I will say, I think the reason part of why I don't know that last bit of that dude I think is probably the last good bit of The Witcher that we're gonna get because I don't know, I just don't see it being much more after this now,
Yeah,
which is really sad because there's so much potential
yeah, I
we
see
could have
what you're
gotten
saying.
out of that show,
Could have, yeah.
and I want to like it so bad, dude. I do.
That
You
first
know,
season was actually really good. Like
I
they
thought the
actually,
first two were
yeah,
good,
the
but
yeah. Well, I mean,
the third one was like, ugh, and the fourth one is almost doomed. It's
yeah,
not out yet, but it feels doomed. It feels cursed.
it's pretty doomed. I think. For me personally, like the viewership that was just watching because of Cavill is pretty high. Like I remember first season of The Witcher came out, and I liked it because it was pretty, like it was fairly accurate to the books. Um, Not 100% or anything, but like it was pretty accurate to it, as faithful as you can expect from an adaptation. But
Different mediums, they're different everything,
yeah, dude,
You can't tell the story the same way.
every group that was like everyone was fangirling over Geralt, dude. Henry Cavill was daddy in that, and he was the one bringing in viewers. He played that role really well, and he really had a real passion for the character and the source material. He read all the books, beforehand, like well beforehand. Actually, he was a big fan of the Witcher series, which it's a good book series. I haven't, I wouldn't. It's not on my top 10 list, but it's up there. It's pretty
Yeah.
solid. Great world building, great everything. I'm not trying to besmirch it. By
Yeah, no,
saying
it's
that.
hard, especially when we talk about, what's the stuff that they haven't made yet. But they're kind of starting on bad foundation, it seems.
Yeah.
Building on bad foundation.
Well, they really started losing him, I guess, because he really wanted to stay very faithful to the source material. and during
Yeah.
the second season, and then obviously the third season, he just walked out after a while, and he was like, "This is didn't like it. He didn't like where it was going." But there is talk about him being a Warhammer 40K series on Amazon with him
Huh.
kind of taking the mantle of that. And
Interesting. Yeah, I got some homies that like that
yeah,
Warhammer.
he's a
I've never played
mhm. I
tabletop.
I read some of the books. I've never played the tabletop. It's an expensive hobby,
Yeah,
expensive.
right.
So I could never really get into that. But the lore behind it, the storytelling behind all that, it's really interesting, really fun. It's very much geared toward men, dude. Like the masculine energy that I get from that is just so powerful. I love it. You know,
Absolutely.
but
Um.
hopefully it's successful. You know, but knowing him, I feel like he's going to try to be as faithful to source material as he can because he's a huge fan. Supposedly a huge Warhammer 40K nerd.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be very
And like I said,
interesting.
it's a pretty popular thing.
The only thing I'm concerned about is like this is like a series that requires a big budget, and I don't know how they would have to allocate a lot of money to get this to work well. Otherwise, do it animated, like with high quality animation, like 3D animation would be really sick. I think that if they went that route, that would be probably more economic, probably more feasible, probably more believable. Because otherwise, it's going to be a bunch of shitty CGI and bad costumes.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
see it. That's just how I see it. You know, there's so much over the top bullshit that happens in those books that you kind of need it to be. I think you need it to be animated or on like Marvel level budget.
Right.
But we'll see. Hopefully, I'm wrong. Hopefully, I'm wrong. You
Indeed.
know.
You see, I can't remember. Did I already mention this? Have you seen the new the Mario movie?
No, I haven't. Yeah, you did mention it, but
Okay,
you
sorry,
didn't
my
say
bad.
anything about it actually.
Well, I have mixed feelings about it because it's like, and it sucks. I feel bad for like the people in the industry because it's like you either way you lose because it's like I felt like they played it really safe, like super safe, and it's a kids movie,
Mhm.
but it didn't feel like it had flavor in it, like it wasn't funny, it was just a Mario movie, and I can't hate it for that at all. I don't think it was as bad as like a lot of people were giving like Chris Pratt shit for, and
Yeah, they really didn't like him when that was a big thing. A whole bunch of people did not like that he was going to be the new Mario, and the movie didn't even come out yet. You know.
yeah, no, they definitely like tried to attack that pretty hard, trying to Sonic the Hedgehog it. But they as far as like the graphics and stuff, fantastic. Jack Black, fucking love Jack Black in all forms.
Yeah,
You know,
he's pretty great. I like
he
him
can he
in.
carried a chunk. I can't say he carried because they had a super cast.
Mhm.
The Key, I think they had Key from Key and Peele. They had Charlie Day.
Oh
Chris
yeah,
Pratt.
Charlie
Frickin'
Day,
there was a lot more than that. Jimmy Kimmel, not Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon
Jimmy Fallon.
did like a whole little thing on his show with all the people from the Mario movie, like all the big names.
Oh really?
Yeah, if you guys want to check that out on YouTube or something.
I'd love to check that
But I
out.
don't know. It was what you expect, but it's so hard because it's like you want something new, or something that's like a twist, a turn, something unexpected.
Mhm.
But they played it safe. Did well at the box office. It was just what you expect a Mario movie. And it's so funny because the Mario movie. Remember the Mario movie we had growing up?
Garbage.
Holy shit!
At least they didn't go live action, dude. Imagine
Right?
Chris Pratt doing that.
Oh man.
Oh.
Right? That's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know. So, I guess that's why I didn't say much about the Mario movie because there's not that much to say about it. It's just a Mario movie, you know?
Yeah, did what it did what it was supposed to do. Was nothing special. You'd say.
Yeah.
I heard people did really like it, but yeah, that kind of tracks your take on it.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not bad. It's just a Mario movie.
Yeah, I was a big
Um, I saw a movie that we should probably we I don't know if we should do it on, but we could totally do it on. It fits our genre. It's called X.
X. You seen X?
I saw. I missed the first 20 minutes of it. Showed up at my friend's house, and they'd started watching X, and I just sat down and watched it with them.
I
What
really
the
liked it
fuck?
too. What's Granny doing? No, dude, X. I really liked X. That's been a real good.
I didn't know you saw that. Fucking Jenna Ortega.
Jenna
Fucking
Ortega really popping in. Another one. And Mia Goth. And yeah, dude, that I really liked that movie. We could talk about that one. I totally would. I totally would talk about that one.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad. It was definitely unexpected, especially like I said, I just like basically walked into my friends watching it, and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah, some of the shit they had in there was really
like just
surprising.
a walk-in movie. That was weird. Like, what the fuck? Because I'd never seen a trailer or nothing.
Yeah, dude, and I who was it? Kid Cudi's in there too, dude. Friggin'
Yeah, it was just a strange movie.
strange movie. It was really good though. It was really nice horror, nice play on a lot of the tropes. Kind of an honor to it, homage to a lot of other horror movies I really liked. It was really
Yeah,
good. Um, but
I yeah,
we
I
should.
rewatched all the Jackass stuff.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, like in the Wild Boys.
Jackass. Wild Boys, huh?
Dude, honestly, Wild Boys. I'd never seen Wild Boys before. And I rewatched all the 4 seasons or whatever, and holy shit, dude, that might be the craziest shit that they did was fucking Wild Boys.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it all.
It's on Paramount. It's not bad for watching old. If you want Jackass stuff, but feel like you've seen it all, and you haven't seen Wild Boys, it's Chris Pontius and Steve-O traveling the world, fucking around with animals. You know,
I'll check it out,
pretty
dude.
ri-
I haven't
pretty
seen it.
ridiculous. Not all of it's like wild. Some of it's at like I remember Steve-O telling in a behind the scene things where he's like, where I guess the whole thing with the lions when they were like dressed up as zebras and these lions like started like attacking them a little bit. That was actually at a zoo. They did most of their filming in Africa, and then they decided to do one last bit while they were in Hollywood, and just went to the fucking zoo and did that. um,
That's
Guns
crazy.
Akimbo.
Seen it?
I fucking finally saw that one.
That's
Freaking,
good.
I liked that,
Daniel
and I'm not a
Radcliffe.
huge action guy.
It looked like kind of looks like a silly version of John Wick. Is that what
Yes, very much so.
it is?
You know, and I think that's one of the things I've loved about Daniel Radcliffe, because Daniel Radcliffe, it's so hard for him not to be Harry Potter.
Yeah, but he's trying.
Because,
He's
well,
trying
dude,
really hard.
okay, do you remember the first movie that I remember that came out after Harry Potter? By the way, they're making a new Harry Potter show. They're redoing Harry Potter as a TV show now. I have mixed feelings about it. Personally, I feel like it's too soon.
I feel like
Similar to like Lord of the Rings and stuff. I think, and they're making a new Lord of the Rings sometime.
yeah, I
They
feel
just need
like
to. I think it still stands now, and they need to leave it alone. But I would appreciate the show more if they show a lot more of the stuff that we knew from the books.
it peeves.
Like yeah, Peeves. Thank you, exactly. So exactly. So I think if that's what's happening, I think I might be a little more down for that. Otherwise, I think it might be too soon.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I think it is too soon, like way too soon. Cause and especially since, as far as adaptations of books to movies go, the Harry Potter movies really, I think, really did a really good job. I mean,
I think they did good to the main story, but they missed a lot of the details that made the world so magical.
right, but you can only put in so much in a movie.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's why I'm wondering with this TV show medium,
I think
like a series, as a series,
I think
if
they're
that
gonna
might
I think
be
they're gonna
better or worse. I don't know.
I think they're gonna try and pad time.
It might just be a huge money grab too.
I think so too. That's what I'm thinking. I'm very cynical about this, and I don't like
Yeah,
being
we'll
that
see.
guy, but I feel like that's where I'm kind of thinking it's gonna go.
Yeah. Well, anywho, Daniel Radcliffe. The first movie that came out after Harry Potter was that freaking Woman in
The Woman
Black.
in Black. Yeah.
And it was just Harry Potter without a wand fighting a Dementor. It was fucking retarded.
Can he
Like,
fight? Can he be an Auror and fight the Dementors with his fists?
yes, that's pretty much what that was the Woman in Black, but ever since then I think he's realized that he can't play roles similar.
Yeah.
And so the roles he's been playing are just so out the door. It can't possibly be Harry Potter. Like
Like
a dead guy on an island,
Swiss Army Man. Yeah.
Swiss Army Man, freaking in Guns Akimbo,
He played Weird Al Yankovic in his pseudo biopic fucking comedy.
What
Dude,
are you talking about? What?
it is alright, it kind of flew under the radar, but that movie is low key fucking great. Like or high
I haven't
key
even
fucking
heard of
great.
this. What is it?
It's
Daniel Radcliffe biopic?
yeah, it's Daniel Radcliffe playing Weird Al Yankovic in the movie Weird. It's a
What?
fucking really funny movie. And it's like it's a biopic, but I say that with like quotation marks because
Oh, holy
it
shit.
is it is so exaggerated. It's kind of got some kind of like Walk Hard kind of vibes to it, you know.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen Walk Hard, but yeah, I know what you're talking.
It's definitely parodying and kind of satirizing the biopic as a genre.
Which is perfect for Weird Al, right?
Perfect for Weird Al, and Weird Al is even in it.
Right? That his own biopic of him is a spoof in itself.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's really
Like
great.
even the biopic on him is a parody.
hmm it's perfect. It really is. I think it's really fun. Everyone should watch that movie at least once, especially
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that.
even if you're not a big fan of Weird Al. You got to appreciate his cultural impact. You know.
Yeah. Have you seen The Machine?
Sheen.
It's that Burt Kreischer,
No, I didn't see it.
frickin' Luke Skywalker, frickin' Mark Hamill. I will say Mark Hamill carried that movie. We're talking about people carrying movies. Mark Hamill fucking carried the shit out of that movie.
I'm happy to see Mark Hamill doing more stuff because he really is like he's breaking out a lot more. He should have
Well,
broken
he
out
realized
more
he's
when
always been shy.
yeah.
He's always been a
Well,
shy person,
not
and
with
that's a curse when you're a celebrity,
yeah. Well, not with his opinions on Star Wars, man. He's pretty open
That's
about
for
them.
sure. He is very strongly opinionated.
He will say
Especially obviously at seven and up,
yeah, but you know what?
episode.
I'd say he's not wrong. He is.
No, I'm with him on most of that, and well, I mean, what does he know? He's only Luke fucking Skywalker, but
It's the thing that made his career, and really kind of like he never really branched out after those movies, but like seeing him now really kind of take off more, getting more recognition, I think is great. I think it does a lot
he's
of stuff.
beloved. I think most people enjoy Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I certainly do. Kind of
You
look at
know,
him, I can point at the screen and go, ah, Mark Hamill.
yeah.
But I think we're kind of getting a little late here. Want to
Can
call
I
it
just
a night?
mention like two more things?
Want to mention them? All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Speed round.
Okay. Okay. Freaking Elemental. Have you seen
Elemental.
Elemental? It's like that new thing that dropped on Disney Plus.
No, I haven't. I
The
haven't.
fire girl and the
Fire
water
girl and
guy, and
water
they're in like
guy.
this like city where it's like an elemental city. There's like
Uh,
grass people and cloud people.
I didn't watch it. I honestly didn't have a whole lot of
It's
interest
the
in it.
it's that typical Pixar
Yeah.
fucking tug at your heartstrings movie.
Yeah.
I may or may not have cried, but there was like a false death, and then I just wished he was dead after that.
Oh, so it was like a cheap. It was cheap about it.
Yep, a little bit, but there was some other parts that weren't as much, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sap or a sucker, but I enjoyed Elemental actually.
I'd like. Well, you saying that makes me want to try it out. I would like to try it
Yeah,
out.
Dragon Prince, freaking I've talked about it before. Freaking season 5,
You love that shit.
I just recently finished. Really good, freaking medieval fantasy, freaking with like Avatar Soul in it, and it's just freaking. It's just been a fun ride, and there's like at least 2 more seasons to come. Little kiddie, but dude, if you're a big Avatar Last Airbender fan, it is right up there.
Right up there. I'll have to. I do have to check that one out. I've been putting it off,
Yeah, yeah.
finishing
It's
it out.
Dragon Prince: Mysteries of Erebos. They recently changed the name, so and they joke about it. I think I already mentioned that before
Yeah.
though. But one last quick thing, guys. KKP Campfire with a C. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Um,
we're getting
um,
crazy with them K's, dude.
yeah, no, two K cap. But freaking, we have that on Reddit. All we do is just have these videos posted there, but you can definitely go on there, comment on there, whatever.
Do what you
Just
do
letting
on
you guys
Reddit.
know we are on Reddit now, so
Yeah, that'll be great. Great if you guys give some engagement to us there. Um,
yeah,
do what people do on Reddit and just generally shit on all our work and make us
yep,
feel terrible. It's okay.
self-deprecation,
But
is
any support,
the new fetish.
any support you can give us, though, we'll love it. We'll love it. We'll kiss you. We'll
Yeah,
love you. We'll love you, and bring a
love
little
all of it though.
little warmness to my heart.
Yeah, absolutely. But that was a good talk. Sorry it was so long. We haven't done this in like 3 months, so we just had a lot to talk about.
Sure did. Sure did.
Longer than that because it was a recording before that too. So
Yeah.
that was
We
like 6 months worth of what have you seen lately?
Yeah, we're gonna try not to be bitches about it from now on. We're gonna try and be a little bit more consistent. We'll see how
Yeah,
it works
can
out.
come out shorter videos more often.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
We're trying to do
but
3
but
minutes.
love you guys. Thanks for listening. Hopefully we'll start being more consistent, and hopefully you guys can watch consistently too, and we'll all have a merry old time around the campfire.
Of course. Thank you.
All right.
Night,
Yeah.
everybody.
Good night, guys.
No, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah! Out of my